What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Hardcore Fab channel. I'm over here in the new building. I've got something fun and exciting to show you guys. We're finally making some headway over here, so check this out. Lights. You guys don't understand how big of a deal it is to have lights. Well, so maybe some of you do, maybe some of you don't, but when you've got an old building that's in the city limits and it hasn't had power on for 20 whatever years, it's a big deal. I have to go through, and we have to have the power company involved, we have to have an engineer involved, we have to have an electrician involved, we have to have, of course, city inspectors and all that kind of stuff involved to be able to get to this point. And this point is huge because that now allows us to do a lot more stuff over here that I wanted to do. And it also allows me to, have power where we're going to be able to have on, security lights and security cameras and all that sort of stuff, so that I feel a lot more comfortable about actually doing more work over here to make the place nicer. I don't have to worry about somebody going to break in and tear up all the stuff that I just did. So, yeah, huge thing to be able to have power. So I thought I'd come over here now that we do have the power and kind of give you guys kind of a quick update of what's been happening over here. Some of you might already have a little bit of some ideas of what's going on if you've been following Julie's channel, That Rust Life, because she's been talking about some of the stuff like getting the power in over here. We didn't have the actual, stuff hooked up into the box when she finished her last video, so that part's new. If you have watched that video, this part's new from that. But if you want to see the trenching and the 25 pipes that were in the ground between the building and the street that had to get trenched around to be able to get power from the pole to the building, that's all over on her video, or her channel. Like I said, That Rust Life, so go over and check that out. But yeah, I thought I'd just give you guys a quick walk around here real quick and just kind of show you some of the stuff that's different in here since you guys have seen it last year on the Hardcore Fab channel. So yeah, if you remember, there was a pile of lumber all through here, big giant pile of lumber, about 3 foot tall, and we took that pile of lumber and we cut it down into firewood and into stuff that would be usable. And this was the pile of crap that was left just on the floor that's just completely rotten, not even good enough for firewood. The stuff that was good enough for firewood, we stacked up onto a pallet and kind of pushed it off over here in the corner. I'm thinking that, with this big giant place in the wintertime, it's going to get probably pretty cold. And the only way that I'm going to be able to afford to put any kind of heat in here at all is to put in some kind of a wood burning stove. So I'm thinking that might as well start saving firewood anytime we can and, not hauling to the dump or anything. So we got a pretty good pile of firewood going on right there on that pallet, and another one started back over there. Then the rest of the lumber that was any good, we stuck way up there, about, I'm going to say 10 foot in the air. So that was real fun. A lot of that stuff is very long, all the way across the whole entire piece, and old dimensional lumber that's, true cut sizes and hardwood, so it's heavy. And that was a chore to get that stuff up there. That about kicked me and Connor's rear getting that up there. And speaking of up there, the pallet racking is new. I need to give a shout out to my buddy Aaron King over at King Precision. He hooked us up with the pallet racking. That was huge. We've got that up there now, and you guys can see we've got a ton of stuff stored over here that was kind of just sitting around in the way. Aaron also loaned me some scaffolding that I'd be able to get, all the way up there and touch the ceiling and do some things with. So that was a huge benefit as well. So thanks again, Aaron, for all that stuff. I greatly appreciate it, man. And for any of you guys that might be looking for some quality machine work done or some custom welding and fabricating stuff like that, Aaron King is your guys' man. Go check him out here in Hutchinson, Kansas. And I 100% back everything that he does. I've never seen him turn out anything that was not quality, top-notch work. So there you go. If you guys need anything, hit him up. So backstory, all the stuff that's in here now and kind of was in my way to be able to be working in here is actually from another building that I had that I used to do salvage stuff out of about 12, 15 years ago, something like that. Anyways, bought the new building that we're in now, and when we did, the building that I had then just kind of turned into my hoarder shop, I guess, if you will, because we were able to store a lot of stuff over there, and it was pretty handy to have all that extra space. But a guy hit me up about it and asked me if I was going to be selling it. I said that I wasn't ready yet, because I really had a big plan of, being able to come in here, have everything cleaned out here, get stuff done, like nasty shit off the ceilings, and get stuff painted and things like that without having a bunch of stuff in here. But reality is he had cash in hand and wanted to buy something now, and I figured it's better to take what's available today than it is to hold my hand out later and hope for the best, when I don't have somebody there that's willing to buy right then and there. So I ended up making a deal, ended up selling the building, and now I have a bunch of crap in here that is in my way. I had this big plan of, like coming in here maybe around these posts and drifting with the razor or something and having some cool video of doing that. I probably have enough room actually up here in the front where I could definitely do some donuts and things like that up here in the front with the razor. Could probably almost do some donuts in here with the vet cart. But probably be my luck that I'd end up smashing into the wall and knocking out a whole bunch of brick or something like that. So I don't think I'm gonna do that just yet. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of backstory on why I've got so much stuff in here already. I have actually bought some stuff that is new. So like this brake over here, that was an auction find here just recently. Also got a new window up here in the corner. I'm hoping to have another one bought for that tomorrow. That window and that brake were at an auction that they were selling a whole bunch of brand new windows that were like overstock type deal or something. So I went to the auction to buy the windows, and I was hoping to find some windows for the office up in the front, but I didn't end up finding any for that. But I did find that one, and that worked out real good. So you can't see it right now because we got so much light coming through there, but that's a good thing. We got light coming in from outside now, so that's pretty awesome. And like I said, I got the brake over there. It's a 6-foot brake. It's kind of like a homemade thing, but it's still pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited about that. Didn't have a place to have one that big in my shop over there now, as you guys have seen. It's so small and crammed full of stuff. So I've actually passed on several big brakes like that here in the past, that were actually pretty decent prices and things, just because I didn't have a place to put them. We come back in here, we got a little bit more stuff in here, and there's less echo. So I guess back in here, you can see our table over here. I've got a bunch of stuff cut. You can see plexiglass and stuff already cut over there. On this side, there is still a pile of glass and stuff there from an auction that we went to be able to get all of the glass. So I hope, cross my fingers, I hope we're going to have enough of that stuff to be able to put all of the glass back in upstairs. So that's going to be awesome. We've got all that stuff cleaned out and all the broken glass out of the frames and everything, so they're ready just to have new panels go in. But I was waiting to have power and have security lights and security system and things like that before I go and put in a whole bunch of new glass and then have a bunch of kids get in here or whatever and start breaking out all of my new glass along with all my old glass. So been holding off on doing that, but we are very close to that point now. Like I said, we got the lights on now. We've got a security system ordered. It is on its way, so super excited to get that in here, because then we're going to have everything hopefully pretty secure at that point. We have done a bunch of stuff back here to secure things already. See that window there that we fixed up and replaced? I'm gonna go over here and maybe you guys can see it a little bit better. Yeah, still can't see it. All right, so anyways, fix the window, put the glass back in. I went ahead and left the paper on the bottom one so nobody could look in and see through. I think you guys can see it now just a little bit. I built a cage around the outside of that so that there would be, expanded metal and a metal cage around that to where no one can get through there. Behind all this stuff over here, can't hardly see it now, but originally there was a wooden door there for like a dock door for loading rail cars, and that stuff is all gone and filled in with cinder block. There's another one of those over there on the other end, and we got another window over here that has also got a cage around it and all you know, new fresh glass and everything. So that seals us up pretty good back here. That door back here is still screwed shut. You would have to probably spend an hour to get that thing open. And then the one that was over here on this end, that door was actually laying upstairs around the corner over here, and got to measure in and looking at it, and I was like, well, shit, let's just put that back up. So you can see up over there, there's actually another door up there that I haven't measured yet. It's a wooden door with glass panels in it. I think that would be pretty sweet to put right here and separate the two rooms. So if I am trying to like heat that area out there or something, or vice versa, I can actually pull a door down and seal that up. It also is going to keep dust out of one side or the other, whichever side I'm working on, and things like that. So I think that'd be a huge advantage to have something there to close that off. So really excited about that. But yeah, this door back over here, we've got it put back up almost. There's a little bit of track left to put up around the top there. Have to do that yet. I couldn't find the part with the spring on it, so we'll have to find one of those to be able to put on there. And then at that point, we'll be able to open and close the door. So that'll be awesome. That's a 12 by 12 hole, I think is what that is. So pretty nice size hole to be able to get stuff in and out of. Got some stuff sitting here that you guys have not seen yet here on the channel, and you will eventually at some point. Well, I don't know about the green one. The green one's just kind of a flip thing. Need to have that go away. The other one up here in the front, we've got a 69 GMC short bed. Let me take you up here and have a little better look at it. I'm excited for this one. Shouldn't be showing you guys this yet because I still have a million other things I need to do, but this one is going to be a fun little truck. We've got a real nice cab on it. It's got some pretty nice body panels on the rest of it. I need to gather up some more parts and pieces for it, but I've already got a pretty badass big block that's going in it, pretty badass training that's going in it. What else? Oh, well, I decided. I got a set of wheels and tires that could go on this or on something else, but so anyways, I had to figure all that stuff out. I don't even want to make this thing pretty. I don't even want to do anything other than just make it run badass and have a badass stance to it and just be a fun truck to drive around. I think that'd be pretty awesome. I'm, like I said, stoked to get to do something with that, and hopefully it'll happen sooner than later so we can have some fun with it, and you guys will see that here on the channel when I get to that point, I guess. But you know, I got 4 million other things to do between now and then. Back up here in the front room is the front clip for that truck. It's not actually for it, but it's gonna be for it. So there's a look at it. Wish it was orange and had that patina on it. That would be awesome, but it's not. So it's gonna be blue and green and orange and primer and whatever, I guess, for now. And moss. So that's awesome. But since I've been doing so much work up here and trying to get everything organized and swept and cleaned up and stuff, we can finally kind of get a visual of how big the space is and how awesome it is. I still love the look of all the whitewashed walls. I think this is all gonna look awesome. They've got a little bit of stuff that's crusty, musty still on them that needs scrubbed off. Need to do the same thing with the roof. So go in here and kind of scrub and clean that all up, and then I want to put a nice coat of paint over the whole entire roof. I want to leave the walls. Got to figure out what to do with, I mean, that piece of graffiti is maybe okay. I don't know. I'm not even sure what it says. I think it says west or something like that, which it's on the west wall, so I guess that's appropriate. I don't know. But there's a bunch of other graffiti crap around here that needs either cleaned off or covered up or something. So got to figure out what to do with that stuff and figure out how I'm going to set up this space. I've got a fairly decent size, you know, amount of square footage up here, but it's going to fill up extremely quickly when I start putting in, you know, things like, you know, shears and brakes and my welding table and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be full quick. So I'm hoping to have enough room in here though when it's all said and done to be able to have a assembly area and a fab area big enough for 2 different vehicles, so we could actually be working on 2 different projects at the same time. And then maybe come over here in this side of the building, and at least this is what I'm kind of thinking right now, putting in another lift over here on this side and this kind of be like a mechanic area. So I could do motor swaps or any of that kind of stuff over here on this side and not have all the oil and stuff mixing in with all the dirt and grit from over on that side and just being a big mess. So I've always dreamed of having two separate areas to be able to do that. That would be awesome if I can do that. So I think that's my plan at the moment. On the flip side over here, I'm thinking that maybe in this little room over here, I'll take that front wall out of this, put the plasma table back up in there, and then there is a door back there that I could put a fan in, and I'll be able to suck all of the fumes from the plasma table right outside and go right out of the building. So I don't have all of that plasma dust and stuff coming back in on everything that's back here on this side. So that's kind of where I'm at right now for my plans on that stuff. I can't put too much more stuff over here because I need to be able to get from our doors that are on the back corners here into the front area. Yeah, and then there's a train. That's going to be a problem because the train tracks are right behind the building, and there is one going this direction and then there's another one going this direction. So about every 30 minutes or so there's a train. So that's gonna make videoing in here very frustrating for me, I think. So you guys might end up having to just learn to live with hearing that, like I'm gonna have to. So anyways, I don't know what else to talk about here and tell you guys. I guess that pretty well catches you guys up on everything. I just been a while since I had done it, so I thought I'd go ahead and give you guys a quick little view here of what's all going on inside the building and kind of what the plans are and where we're going from here. So